Y'all never heard of Daisy Dukes? These are Daisy Doos. Y'all can't fucking tell me these don't look good. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Don't worry, I'm not gonna whip out my dick. I'm not gonna do that, okay? I'm not that type of person. But I am gonna tell you, don't fucking tell me how to live. I'm supposed to get, I gotta get to work, okay? I'm protesting this quarantine because it's against First Amendment. Okay? It's fucking against it. And I don't stand for it. And you shouldn't stand for it either because it's not right. And fucking America wasn't fucking created to shut down, okay? It's like our president said, man, you can just inject disinfectant into your veins and then you don't even need to worry about corona no more, okay? Fuck. So many dumb fucks out there just fucking, oh, I'm so scared of corona. Oh, wear your fucking dumb hippie fucking mask then, okay? I got a mask over there. I just went to the liquor store to get me some gin. Do you think I wore it inside? Yes, I didn't want to, but I did, okay? But fuck, man, we gotta reopen the economy again. Fuck. I mean, not going to church on fucking Easter Sunday? Are you goddamn kidding me, boy? Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. So this is the third episode. We're excited about it. By we, I mean me and my entire production team. We make a lot of money on this show. I don't know if you realize the advertising revenue that comes through this channel with my 28 followers, but whoo, it's enough to buy me some fucking hot dogs on a Sunday morning. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wearing Daisy Dukes, feeling good about it. Just went on a walk. LA's in a heat wave, guys. Los Angeles is in a heat wave. Feel bad for us. It's 90 degrees in April. It was really hot. Wore my hick hat. That's the hat I wear on set when I'm making movies out there in the biz. You're outside in the heat and the sun for 12 hours a day. I'm a white boy, you know. I don't have any in between burnt and like fucking sexy tan. It's just like I need to burn before I get the sexy tan. You know what I mean? It's not like, it's this weird process only I understand. But I have to burn first, then the tan comes after that. And then people are like, whoa, you've been like traveling? And I'm like, yeah, totally. I was going to go to Target the other day. I was like, hey, I need a thermometer or one of those pulse oximeter things just to make sure, maybe catch like an early warning sign of corona, you know, if my blood oxygen levels are getting low. But doing lots of reading, but not really, but kind of reading just far right wing. This article, yeah, it said that's one of the ways you can catch it is pulse oximeter, and everyone's sold out, of course, CVS. Everyone was going to go to Target. Nah, that line was so fucking huge. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? No way. I'm only going to stand in line that big if it's Trader Joe's because I'm getting cheap-ass bomb wine, okay? That's the only way I would stand in a line that long. The point of the show today is that I bought liquor for a homeless guy the other day because I was bored. No, that's not the reason. That's a story. I just tell stories, guys. I tell stories because I'm a storyteller. No, this episode's late. It's late, and I apologize. I'm a horrible host. I'm acknowledging the fact that it's been so long since my last one, but you know, Daddy's got other commitments. You know, I've been writing this script. I'm like a screenwriter too. I don't know if you guys knew that I'm like an actor, screenwriter, and like photographer, and like I'm working with my like director friend, and like we're like writing a script together, and it's like pretty fucking dope. No, bought liquor for a homeless guy the other day. It was weird. Okay, it was weird. Roll up to the gas station pump. He's literally sitting right by the pump, sitting right there. Like I damn near hit him, okay? And he's like old guy, like 50, something like that, 60. And I'm like, fuck, okay, you know, I'll give him a couple dollars if I have it, whatever. And he's like, oh man, will you just buy me some alcohol over there at that liquor store that's like right next door to the gas station? And I'm like, Uh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I can do that. Just get you some beer, you know? And he's like, no, I don't. No, I don't want beer. That doesn't really do anything. He's like, I'm in pain. I live in the backyard of like my ex-wife's garden. Like I'm homeless and I'm in pain all the time. And I need vodka. I need a pint of vodka. And I want you to can you please get that for me? I have the money. He actually had the money. He's like, hands me the money. And he's like, well, he won't sell to me anymore. Cause he knows that I'm like, whatever. And I'm like, okay, all right, sure. So I take his money and, finish filling up on gas, and then I go repark and go into the liquor store, and it's pretty empty. And the guy is not, old guy behind the register. And I'm trying not to make it obvious, I'm like, fuck. He probably knows if just go straight for the fucking cheap vodka that I'm buying for the dude outside. Maybe he knows, but then it's like I get all in my head now psychologically. I'm like, start thinking about perceptions of other people and people's perceptions of me, and like, oh, do I look like the type of guy that would buy a cheap thing of vodka? Maybe not. Do I buy cheap whiskey personally? Fuck yeah. Evan Williams for like $6-7. Is it the same thing? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't like vodka. I'm not a vodka guy. High school ruined me for that. Okay. So I start thinking, okay, I don't know. It's going to be too obvious if I buy just straight the cheap vodka. He's going to know it's for someone else. Then I'm going to get caught in the middle of this feud. And then all of a sudden the cops are going to get fucking called. And then I'm going to jail. It's not right. It's not what I want to do today. Okay. So I shop around. So I start acting in the liquor store. I'm like, let me just look at this craft beer over here and see what they got. And then I'm like, okay, this is expensive as fuck. I don't want to buy craft beer at a liquor store. You never buy craft beer at a liquor store. It's fucking a ripoff. So I'm like, I don't want this. I'm not just going to like waste money on beer to act for this fucking random liquor store guy, for this random homeless guy. I shouldn't even be buying him booze in the first place. Why am I doing this? How did I get in this situation? I don't know. So I'm like, okay, fuck that. Not buying beer. I go to the counter. I'm like, hello, excuse me, sir. How are you? He's like, how are you? I'm like, good. Let me just get one of those Smirnoff $5 vodkas, please. And he's like, kind of gives me a look. He's like, okay. Turns around and grabs it. Starts, ringing it up and bagging it, and takes my money, and he's kind of like going slow and get a weird vibe, kind of giving me a look or two. And he's like, eventually at the end when he gives me my change, he's like literally looks me dead in the face and he says, is everything okay? I'm buying a $5 pint of vodka at 4 p.m. on a Sunday, whatever the fuck day it was. He's judging me because of what I'm buying. And he's like, oh, is everything okay? What gives him the right? I've dissected this now. What gives him the right to ask that, right? He's judging people. You shouldn't do that. You're trying to run a business. You're judging people. It's just weird. It's like he was like I don't look like the type of guy that would buy some cheap vodka. I was offended, And so I left and then secretly handed off the vodka to the homeless guy. And I don't think the liquor store owner ever knew. But damn him for judging me and that other guy. I hope that other guy's well. But yeah, life's good, guys. I've been enjoying the quarantine. I have been thriving in the quarantine. I hope you have too. I actually didn't drink for a day the other day. Tuesday. I've made a weekly goal with my therapist to not drink for a day each week. And I wanted to fulfill my goal. So Tuesday, I didn't drink. And I remember thinking on my run, like during the evening, obviously don't drink before the run. That would just not work. I'm thinking, oh, am I going to drink? Am I not going to drink? I'm running. Hating it, hating jogging, running, thinking, am I going to drink? Am I not going to drink? Are you going to? And then it's like, fuck, it's damn near 7:30 already. You could just have a tea and pass out and accomplish your goal. Or you could just have a drink and shut off your mind and just numb everything. And I'm like, I'm going to go with the former this time. And it was actually very empowering. It was super empowering. The next day I was all jazzed, excited, told her about it, and had some natural highs off that, a buzz. And then the following evening I had some wine and I felt like I just got instantly sad again, just like, oh fuck, it just takes your energy away. And I had maybe 3 glasses. Maybe I should have just had one, but still, it took a lot of my energy away, and I just felt tired and like sad. And I mean, weed just kind of makes me sad too these days. So trying to minimize all that stuff too. Still jogging, still hating it. Getting sunshine every day. My roommate works from home, actually. He's one of the few people to have a full-time job at home right now during the quarantine. And he works in video games. Go figure, they're up 75%. Okay, of course, during the quarantine. He doesn't really make it a point to walk around the block that much during the sunshine, during the afternoon. And I'm like, dude, come on. You gotta fucking make time for that. It feels so fucking good. I'm telling you, just like it's a game changer. It's like an anxiety reducer for me personally. That and chamomile tea and alcohol. And weed used to be like that, not so much anymore, I don't think. Chamomile tea though is the real deal. Chamomile tea is the shit. Okay, shout out to chamomile tea. Fuck yeah. You fuck with that? You fuck with chamomile, bro? Are you that hardcore? Are you? Are you hardcore, bro? Are you hardcore? Still jogging. I refuse to wear a face mask when jogging. First of all, I can't breathe. I'll wear it everywhere else in public, but I refuse to. I'll carry it on me just in case someone's like, hey, wait, then I'll fucking, hey, I got it. Pretend that I was wearing it or whatever. But come on, dude. But anyway, when I'm jogging, it sucks. It's like I'm sort of clearing out my lungs when I'm jogging. And so I do, I told you before that I have like an acid reflux condition. And so I'm sitting there like, but I'm like jogging past people. It's actually crowded, through the neighborhood. I'm at least 8 or 9 feet to 12 feet away from most everyone, right? I'm being very responsible with my social distancing, but at the same time making these obnoxious sounds. The same sounds that I made while hiking the other day with the USC girl, the story that I told you, that brilliant fucking story that I'm going to repost just as a story. I can't help it, man. I'm not going to not like hack up shit that's healthy and clear my lungs because of your insecurity or your perception of me. It sucks. It's I feel bad for them that they got to hear me, honestly. Like, because being on the receiving end is like way worse than the guy doing it. Like, if you don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? Because then it's just like, well, whatever. Everyone can go fuck themselves. I mean, I do love everyone and have compassion for everyone, but, I'm going to just do my thing. I'm going to jog. Even if I had the mask, I'd still be making these horrible sounds, like I just did. I've been taking these pills, though. I think they're helping a little bit. I don't have to clear my throat as much. It's embarrassing, guys. Being at like a nice restaurant on a date, and after like every like minute and a half, I have to be like, I'm sorry, what were you saying? Yeah, totally. Love the movie Step Brothers. Yeah. It's embarrassing to do that. I don't want to do that. Okay. But, I gotta get my jog on because now I crave it like a drug. I crave that runner's high now. And it's actually great. It's been really great. I've been really enjoying it. I still hate it, but I have been enjoying it more, if that makes sense. Like the first 20 minutes, I hate it. And then I reach this plateau of like, euphoric sort of plateau where you like, I think that's the runner's high, where you're just kind of like, oh, I'm in a zone, I could keep going, but then my legs are like, oh, I'm fucking sore as shit, dude. I'm gonna collapse on you in like 10 minutes. So my legs give out before like my heart and lungs give out, if that makes sense. So that's been cool. Man, my roommate that dipped out, I told you on the last episode, he dipped out, he came back, and then he dipped out again. Nothing personal. I'm not assuming anything. I'm not taking it personal. I'm not judging him. Just curious, like what's going on. I mean, I guess if I was him, like I said, there's some roommate tension a little bit in the house. 4-bedroom house. One of our roommates have literally been gone for almost 2 years, still paying rent. Right? Insane. Unfortunately, it's not for a good reason. He's not on like some fucking National Geographic documentary shoot or whatever. He's you know, suffers from some personal family stuff going on, and I won't get into it because I respect the guy. But it sucks. I hope I see him again. So we've had that room just fucking. So that's great. You know, he's been gone. So it's great for us. Sucks for him. You know, and then our other roommate, they just doesn't get along with my other friend, and so it just sucks. And he dipped out, but it's like, I don't know. He hasn't been. I won't. I won't get into that. I should probably cut that. Should I cut that though? I don't know. Why did I write that down on my list? Oh yeah, it's just basically a segue, guys. You know, Los Angeles is a big city, and a lot of people in the entertainment business, a lot of artists, a lot of DIY, whatever the fuck. They have roommates, you know, because it's expensive as fuck to live here. So I have roommates. I have 3 roommates, 4-bedroom house in Eagle Rock, Northeast LA, and we have to fill the room occasionally. And Craigslist is a great resource, but yeah, it can be kind of ridiculous. You know, honestly, before Corona, it's like get the bag of popcorn out, pull up a chair, and just fucking go through the 50 or 60 emails that we get of just colorful characters that are like, hey, me and my boyfriend are like circus performers on Hollywood Boulevard. He's Spider-Man and I'm fucking Spider-Woman. And I'm like, nope, trash, you know, and there's just like a lot of different characters that will email us because it's like really cheap rent actually for the room that we offer, which is available now. Actually, I'm sorry, not available now. It's available June 1st. We have a Craigslist ad live now. Here it is. That's it. And let me know if you want to move in. Pretty decent rent, and it's a fucking house, so you can like be loud and obnoxious and just totally destroy yourself and others if you want. Just kidding, but you can be a good person here if you want. Only good people only. We only want good people here. Okay. Um, Finding roommates in Los Angeles. Holy shit! Some of the emails we've gotten. But yeah. Before I get into it, real quick, we've gotten how many this time during the quarantine, Travis? One. One email we've received so far. And we usually would have like 50 at this point, right? Because of quarantine, because of the lockdown, because of coronavirus, C void 19, one email. No one's trying to move during Corona, and everyone's freaked the fuck out. So hopefully in the next month, you know, it's available June 1st. Hopefully someone fucking hits us up, or else we're gonna be fucked. I'm gonna have to pay for an empty room, and no one wants to do that. My other roommate would be pissed if we had to do that, but you know what? It is what it is, you know? You try your best. Can't control some things, you know? Fucking Great Depression about to happen. What the fuck? But get at me if you want to move in. If you're a good roommate, if you're not annoying as fuck, that would be great. Let's see, where was I going? Oh yeah, some of the emails. One guy was like, oh yeah, I live in Ohio. I'm 19 years old. I'm a musician, producer. Here's a link to my fucking Bandcamp. I'm trying to be an actor, singer, writer, and I just need like a place to live, you know? Like I've applied for like 50 jobs and no one's called me back. And you know, I felt for the kid, you know, but at the same time I had to trash it right away. Just throw it in the trash and I did check out his music though, and it was pretty good actually. Like it actually kind of had a hook to it. Like it was catchy. Some of his songs, and he might have actually had a chance, you know, if someone would have like given him a chance. He could have been successful maybe, but you know, I'm not about that right now. I'm not trying to like fucking be a mentor to people. I'm trying to survive, right? And fucking financially afford my own vices. You know what I mean? I can't like fucking, you know what I mean? This isn't some halfway house for artists. Although it should be. It really should be. And you know, I know how horrible that sounds. I'm just joking, right? I want you guys to laugh. I feel a sneeze coming on. I would love to run a halfway house for artists, and if I owned this house, I would, but I don't. So I'm not trying to get kicked out and have some dude that like can't pay rent, you know what I mean? Like move in. It's just like the reality of it. You know what I mean? You got to have a steady job and all this shit. So there's this extreme vetting process that happens when you meet a random person on Craigslist at your home to rent out a house room in your house. Okay, it's this extreme sort of psychological back and forth. And so at first, we have a test online with the ad. Then if they pass the test, then they actually get an in-person interview, which is fucking rare. Okay, the test is hard, but it's easy. But a lot of people fail. In our fucking post, we say, hey, this is the specs of it, blah, blah, blah. Here's the room, here's the price, here's the situation, you got roommates, blah, blah, blah. Tell us about yourself. But we put that down like 3/4 of the way in the paragraph. So you have to read most of it to get there. And basically, people that don't read the full email don't tell us about themselves when they email us. And then it tells us that, motherfucker, you didn't even read the full post. You just saw the cheap ass price for rent and emailed me saying, oh my God, this is perfect. When can I look at it? We don't even respond to those, okay? Because you didn't pass the test, okay? It's not that hard, but it's amazing. So we don't respond to probably 70% of the emails that we get, honestly. But the ones that do pass the test, they have an in-person interview, and it's definitely interesting, that moment when you're like, this could be a crazy person. They could murder me. They could stab me in the throat right now on the street, blood everywhere, falling down the stairs, creeping into the street, 8-year-old riding her bike nearby, sees the blood. It could be bad, We don't want that. So we're precautious. But we haven't really had any bad eggs. We had one douchebag in 7 years. I've been in LA almost 7 fucking years. What have I accomplished? Jack! No, I won't be hard on myself. But I mean, fuck, dude. We've had one douchebag 7 years, and his name was Tyson, and I hope he sees this. He's a fucking douchebag. Fuck you. Fuck you, Tyson. You stiffed us on those fucking utility bills. That's a low blow, bro. He was cool at first. He snuck in, right? Because you got to be a good judge of character, right? Because you're asking these questions. Oh, and these questions are loaded questions, right? That reveal something about the person when you're talking about it. You're like, okay, yo, so what's your fucking income stream? Oh, cool. You got other jobs. A lot of people do like different gigs and shit. Okay, great. Where are you from? Nice, cool. What do you do for fun? Sweet, blah, blah, blah. And you're just sort of feeling them out. It's this interesting. You give them the tour. One guy, no joke, he was gay, which is fine. Love gay people, love everyone. But he asked us when we were outside giving him the tour. During the tour, he looked both of us in the eye, me and my roommate, and he's like, how do you guys feel about one-night stands? And me and my roommate both looked at each other like, It was like kind of awkward, But that's your business. And then later, that was a red flag for us, basically. And then we were like, no way, we're not going to let this guy move in. That's a red flag. Anyone that asks that, that's like asking, do you guys wipe after you poo? That's your business, man. It's your business. One night stands. I mean, I'm not trying to have a bunch of crazy fucking random people in my house. And that's what the red flag told me. And I was like, I mean, honestly, yes, I've had a few one-night stands, but would I ask about it during a tour for a room? No. But one guy, no joke, I feel bad for him. I forget his name. He was cool. Came from out of state, thought he had the room, I guess. We had a FaceTime, and I was like very positive and excited. And I was like, you seem cool, man. Come check it out. See what you think. He thought I said, oh, yeah, the room's yours, man. And then when he got here, he's like, oh, yeah, so when do I sign the paperwork? And I was like, oh, we're still interviewing other people. And he's like, wait, I just drove from Virginia. Fucking, I thought that I had the fucking room. You said that. And I was like, no, bro. No. I shut him down. He was like 10 years older than me. I shut him down. I had to. I was like, no, man. Really? You think I'm going to fucking seal the deal over FaceTime with someone? Live with someone? Over FaceTime, just take their word for it? No, man. I was very clear that there was an interview process going on. And he showed up and I was like, yeah, I'll let you know. And he's like, whoa, fuck, I thought I had it. And I felt really bad. And I'm not trying to be an asshole. I felt very bad about it. But I was like, fuck, dude, come on. Really? You really thought that you had it? Really? You weren't listening, dude? Come on. I mean, I can be a pretty bad listener sometimes, but fuck, bro. So that didn't work out. Now we are desperate for a roommate, and I might hit him up and be like, yo, you still want that room? Sorry about... Are you back in Virginia? Shit. He's back in Virginia. Roommates in LA. It's crazy. It's a movie in and of itself, trying to find a roommate. But if you know anyone that's cool, that's not annoying as fuck, holla at your boy, and we'll get through this. Okay, we'll get through this storm. I've been doing the online dating thing a little bit recently. I gave that shit up a long time ago. Okay, I gave up online dating a long time ago, but recently I got on Hinge, not Hitch, the Will Smith movie. Is that it? I don't think I ever saw that. Hinge. And I mean, just a waste of time, really. But I just end up either getting in an argument with someone over like the garlic trade, or saying too much and then just getting blocked, or not blocked, but they just like unmatch me. They're like, no. They like ask like 5 or 6 or 7 questions in their profile, and I just answer all of them like in one message, like a fucking psychopath. Yes, yeah, I like flowers. Oh, you like the beach? Cool. Yeah, I'm from Nebraska. Where are you from? Sweet. Yeah, cool. I do snowboarding too, but I haven't really done surfing. Bro, bro, calm it down. You're freaking them out, okay? It's weird through this medium, right? Through this video podcast that I'm creating here, I can like talk to myself and give like letters to myself and messages to myself. So my future self I'm talking to right now, and I'm saying, Travis, what are you doing? You're freaking him out. But I don't mean to. I'm just like excited. I'm like, oh shit, because before it was just literally, and I'm sorry to say, but this is how it is. It's like fat chick, really fat chick, fat chick, 11, and then I'm like, holy shit, and then occasionally we'll match or not, and I'm just a communicative guy. I'm a Gemini. Okay, we like to communicate. I'm a writer. Fucking trying to just get to the point, You fucking put all these questions there. You don't want me to you don't want me to answer them? Okay, fine. I won't. I will. Would it make me look less like a psychopath if it wasn't all individual messages and just one big long message? I don't know. I was talking to a friend the other day. We were talking about like read receipts and people that have read receipts and whether they leave them on or not in their text messaging. And we were like, fuck, man. People that leave their read receipts on are brave. Because you can really tell a lot about a person, or I don't know. They're like trying to be transparent, I guess. My cousin's like, oh, I leave it on to be transparent with my clients. Like, yeah, I read your message, but like I haven't gotten back to you yet. But me, I was like, fuck, man, I'm avoiding way too many people to have that shit on. Just my dad, my family, friends, exes, I want to read that shit and stew on it and really think of the perfect sort of thing to text that's just totally mechanical and not human. And that takes time. But I need to, read the message, ruminate, sleep on it, ruminate, sleep. And so they can't know that. They can't know when I read that. So that's pretty funny. I'm going to explore that as a joke potential. Read receipts. It's funny. I would never leave that on. So I'm a psychopathic Gemini. I have a tone issue. I do. I can be really blunt. Very blunt. I'm a very blunt person. I have a tone and I'm very blunt. And those two things combined are dangerous. Okay? Very dangerous. In the entertainment industry, in any industry, in professional world in general, okay? The sugarcoating that has to happen, the ass kissing that has to happen at work, at an office job. I don't always like asking how your weekend was, Rick. Okay? I don't care how far along in your wife's pregnancy you are, Brett. I don't. I'm sorry. How was my weekend? It was great. How was yours? Great. I love when their eyes gloss over when right before you say how your weekend was, but after asking how your weekend was, they're like, hey, how was your weekend? Shut off. Cool. I've seen it, okay? Not into small talk. I'm not into small talk. I can't help it. It like boils my blood. You know what I mean? It's just, oof. And I've gotten in trouble at work before, not really because of small talk, but just because of being an asshole and having a tone and being really blunt. I was a PA, production assistant, which if you don't know, if you don't work in the biz out here in Hollywood, it means that you're just like a peon, a piss on. It means production assistant, but you're like the bitch. You're the bottom of the ladder, and you do what anyone needs. You take out the trash, you go get coffee, you go get food, you clean up a mess, you move a box, so you do this, you go pick up someone in your car, whatever you need to fucking do, you do. And I was doing that on a Gordon Ramsay show, and I won't name names because I'm not that kind of bad person. I would never do that, you know, and I might need a job from these people someday, even though they never return my emails. Ugh. I need another drink, but I don't want to keep the tape rolling while I go get another drink, but I could. But yeah, I've gotten in trouble at work, you know, because say for instance, I was like super busy doing this thing, multitasking, you know, and then someone else came to me and they're like talking to me and I like couldn't hear them. And I was like, what? But I said what, like in the wrong tone. And so they like, oh, I'm offended. Oh, you hurt my feelings. Like he was mean. He was pretentious. He was rude. And they complained to someone else. And then he came to me and he was like, if you ever talk to my PA like that again, I will fucking fire you. And I was like, fuck, okay. Sorry, I was just telling her that the t-shirt she gave me was way too fucking small. And if you can't tell, just fucking look at it. But I was like doing some other thing. I was like supposed to be taking live notes of what was happening. And then she's like, oh, wear this t-shirt. And I was like, oh, that's way too small. Look at it. It's way too small. It was bad. People complained about me. But I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy. I'm just too blunt. I'm too honest. They can't handle it. And tone's a thing. Tone's a thing. You know, you've heard the thing about tone, right? Or it's not what you said, Travis. It's how you said it. Okay, it's how you said it. Happy birthday, Brett. Happy birthday, Brett. You know, there's a big difference there. Sometimes I don't exactly know how my tone sounds outside into the real world. Don't know. I don't know. I thought I was self-aware. Guess I'm not as self-aware as I thought. Fucking shocker. Yeah, my tone can offend people sometimes just because I'm like, hey, yeah, I don't care what you think, but you seem cool. Are you? Like, fucking prove it. You know what I mean? I don't have much time. Like, hurry up. But yeah, my tone's gotten me in trouble, but I think that's what makes me a great radio DJ, great stand-up comedian, even though I never do stand-up anymore. But I'm going to, because I've gotten over the fear, guys. I've gotten over the fear, and I've woken up. I woke up last year, and I've woken up again through this pandemic, right, through this quarantine, and I'm really going to fucking get back out there, and it's going to be great. Can't wait. Can't wait to get on stage in front of a bunch of people that are going to hate me. They're going to be like, who's this guy?